the grey, doing the response for oh god, I'm again apologise. Doing the response part 2 of tutorial. I'm going to quickly we don't anymore. I'm just going to look. I've done the buttons next. You can see there next on the way down. I'm going to go back, and the way I've done them, I'll just go back there and zoom in on these buttons so you can see they're not the most fanciest of things. We'll leave it at that. I'm going to get the rectangle key tool. Going to these size you want at the moment. I always find it easier to work large and reduce them down. Going to in the colour picker here and pick a dark blue, and with the I need to add in here, and with the layer selected and make sure you've still got your marquee tool there, and press Alt and backspace and fill that. Then I'm going to press Control to duplicate the layer and press Control T for the transform tool, and I'm just going to come down here and press Alt on the keyboard, just drag that slightly, and I've done that the way. Just accept the changes down below the other one. Then make sure that you've got the top slice. Apologise, this is a little bit confusing. You'll see in a second. I'm going to change the colour here. I'm going to go for a bit of a lighter blue, and with that selected, press Alt. Perhaps not. You need to come over to the layers panel again and press Control and left click to select. You need to click on the picture here, press to select the object on there, and then press Control backspace, Alt and backspace. Wow, it's all going wrong here. I do apologise. I'll get back on track in a minute. Then Control D. Since what we had here was this one's the back. I'm going to click that bigger blue, and then I did was duplicate layer and select that one, and used a lighter fill colour on there. It's going to get the transform tool again, pressing Alt on the inner layer as well, and press Return to Exchange, deselect it. Wow. I'm going to go over the tool panel here and get the type tool. Going to reduce the size slightly. Okay, with our type tool selected, I'm going to just flick back here to see what we call these buttons. We've got Control 1 to Control 0 to zoom back out. We've got roofing, lead work, and I'm going to press the caps lock, roofing, and Control Enter to select it, and V on the keyboard to drag that in there, and to go back to the type tool there, and we're going to get a black text there so we can see that a little bit better, and Control T to drag the size of this down a little bit, and then using the arrow keys I'm just going to roughly center that. And if you want to center it exactly right, you can, with the roofing layer selected, and come down, press Control and select the inner part of your blue background there, and select that, and press V on the keyboard to make sure you've got the move tool selected, and come up to the alignment panel here and align horizontal center. You can also align the vertical center if you like, and that should be dead in the center. Okay, going to click at the top here and create another group and name this one roofing, and left click there and shift click and drag these up into the roofing folder and close up. And if you watch some of the previous tutorials that I've done, I think I mentioned in one of them, if you've got objects in there that you want to select them all, you can just click on the folder. You'll notice with the move tool selected, we can drag this round because it's selected all the objects in the folder. I'm going to just reduce this in size very slightly for the time being. We'll leave it about there. Return on the keyboard. Then I'm going to come over to the layers panel and duplicate this by clicking on the folder and dragging it down to the new layer icon there, and release that, and you can see we've got a roofing copy. Going to rename that to lead work, I believe the second button was on there, lead work. I'm going to open that up, and you can see the rename these. I won't bore you with all of these just to rename them, but you guys obviously need to do that just so you can keep track of what's going on. Press T on the keyboard, select your type tool, come over to your text there, double click and type lead with caps lock on, lead work, and control enter, and I'm going to press control T to just adjust the size of this again, keep it inside the blue, and return on the keyboard, enter. And you can see if I press the V on the keyboard to get the move tool and select the leadwork folder, we can drag this off now, and we've got two buttons. And I'm going to pause the video again here, guys. I'm just going to put this up close there, so we've got yeah, I'm going to pause this and then replicate or duplicate the rest of these buttons so I don't bore you to death doing this. Okay, I've just duplicated the last button here. As you can see, I haven't changed the names of the labels on here. Just going to close this church folder up and making sure we've got the move tool selected by pressing V on the keyboard. Going to drag to here and click that in place, and then go onto the layers panel here and shift click with the top folder selected, and come down and shift click the bottom one and press Control T to transform all of these. And I'm going to drag this in a little bit to reduce the size and drag it back over, and then we can see the handle on this side. We're going to drag it in to fit on the screen there, and on the canvas, sorry. Press return to accept the changes, and with V selected, just going to nudge that over 1 pixel there, and you can see we've got a little bit of a white edge down here as well. We won't worry too much. He says making the adjustment to it, and what's that one saying? Yeah, just we'll ignore that, how difficult I find it to ignore. And okay, we're just going to have a look back over original now and see what we created. Again, we're on the body pretty much, so I'm going to pause this and start a new video, because we're coming up on the 10-minute mark now. I've fathomed the secrets of Cam Studio. Thanks very much. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.